We think your internet's gonna hold it together today?
Why'd you say anything?
I don't know. Just
Why'd
curious.
you jinx it?
I don't know.
You could just let it ride.
I couldn't. Well, there's probably not going to be as much load this morning.
Why?
There's probably a whole state not using satellite internet right now.
I guess that's true. What the fuck? I'm back. See ya.
They're
Did,
fine.
didn't put that together, but yeah.
Yep. I keep
You know
getting.
what I heard?
What'd you hear?
There's a multi-billion-dollar reserve of lithium in Western North Carolina.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not what I was talking about, but
Oh, what were you talking about?
I was talking about Florida, but you're also
Oh,
not wrong.
wait, what's wrong with Florida? So I guess
What?
there's two states not using internet? I thought that's what you meant, because North Carolina got wrecked.
No, well, yeah, North Carolina got wrecked. Florida is being wrecked as we speak.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Well, what is this?
Milton.
Milton?
Yeah, real threatening name. People definitely took it seriously.
Reminds me of Pokemon, like Green, maybe?
Pokemon Green.
I don't know. Milton's one of the characters. That's the only other time I've ever heard that name.
Oh man. Yeah, I guess you're like rivals. They used to give them goofy names. Once you were like unable to name them anymore.
You could name your rivals?
Yeah, in the early ones you would name them. All the ones on
I
the
don't
Game Boy.
remember.
And then
Hmm.
they stopped letting you do that. Ironically.
Anywho,
Yeah. Yeah, they should probably stop giving them like boomer white boy names, you know? Name them something scary so people take them seriously.
what's a scary M name?
Uh,
Michael? After Myers?
Megatron.
What's up? Megatron.
Yeah. Murder Cloud. That'd be a good one, right? Here
Murder
comes
Cloud.
here
Yeah.
comes Hurricane Murder Cloud. I'd take that seriously.
Yeah. That would be a good band name too.
A good band name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder Cloud.
Murder Cloud.
Especially now everything's digital. Yo, they murder the cloud.
Ah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You
Okay.
see it? Yup.
Okay. All right. I get it. Interesting.
There's a lot of things like that. You can just say, oh, that's a band name. I don't know. It's like, right, whatever. Never mind.
It's about to press you on that one. Like what?
It just happens in conversations. Things
Okay.
just come out like that.
All right. Whatever you say. I like that gap. It's freaking me out. Um. Yeah. So they're getting smacked. I had to go through my Twitter feed and mute just a shit ton of words yesterday because it was just getting silly. Like, not like the stuff with the hurricane, but I had to mute like conspiracy and control weather and
That's what I was just saying.
cloud seeding. I had to mute that one, and it's holy dude. People are losing it.
Hey, if there's a
There he goes into the internet ether. Will he be back?
you don't think the government made the hurricane go 300 miles inland in the mountains
No,
to destroy towns so they can open a lithium quarry?
no, I don't think so.
Hmm,
I think
okay.
that people are greedy and saw that the town is wiped and said, wow, this is a really good opportunity for me to do some lithium stuff. I think it's just coincidence.
Well, I don't know if there's anything happening with the lithium, but I just know there's lithium there.
Mm-mm. I don't think the government would give a shit about that. I think they're too busy fucking with other shit to bother helping out private lithium corporations.
Well, they wouldn't be private, they'd be government funded.
Maybe. I think that we've been around for long enough that a stray hurricane every once in a while is probably going to happen.
But we've also been around long enough to not trust the government.
Okay, okay. I'm not saying I trust the government. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I got you. That's fair.
I think people overestimate the willingness of the government to fuck with shit here.
True.
I think they accidentally fuck with shit more than they purposefully fuck with shit.
I think it's important to maybe not take every conspiracy theory serious,
Yeah.
but at least mention them because it's like something has to keep the government in check at some point to some degree.
Sure,
Because it's like
yeah.
you can't put it past them to not do shit like that, whether they did or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree. I think there's just like there's some silly conspiracy theories with the government that I think are just
Oh, 100%.
like way over the top. Like like what's his face in the Sandy Hook shit. Like I don't I even if that was a government conspiracy, what would be their goal? Like what
What's
it
the game? Yeah.
right. What's the difference
To
between pre and post Sandy? Nothing. There's no difference.
gun, gun control,
But what gun control?
Connecticut.
In
Connecticut.
one state, that was their
Well,
goal.
state. Right, that's what I mean. That probably isn't.
Right. So I think people lack the ability to look at things in perspective.
Or it was failed. They tried to do more with gun control
Maybe.
and failed. Because every time there's a shooting, there's always gun control bills that go out.
Maybe. It's possible. I think I think people point at the government in situations that they
Or explanation.
yeah, but I also think they missed the mark. Like they're so people right now because of the hurricane that's hitting Florida as we speak. Um, for the last week, people were looking for flights out of Florida, and because everybody was booking a flight out of Florida, the prices were higher. Right,
Right.
demand. They have to put more jets in the air. They have to get more pilots. They have to get all those pilots to Florida who aren't in Florida, which means they have to fly them into Florida. Um, so there's a lot of logistics that go into that for every airline, right? And a lot of those airlines have contingencies with stuff like that. If they know a storm's going to hit, they're going to lower the flights that are coming inbound, right?
Right.
They're not going to be flying people into there. But people are going after the airlines when in reality, they should be asking the government to subsidize those tickets. If the Florida government says this is a mandatory evac, you got to get out, the government should be
Right. Then
subsidizing that and paying for the airfare out to help people get out.
I agree with that. Yeah.
It shouldn't be on the private company that has to pay employees to. I understand price gouging. If they're price gouging and trying to take advantage of it, sure, punish them. But
Right.
they do
Absolutely.
have to pay people, and supply and demand is a thing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
tell
The
the government.
economy still functions as it's going to.
Right. So
And yeah, if the government says you have to get out, then the government should give some relief to help it.
yeah, totally silliness. And then so some people were saying that, right? Like supply and demand economics. And then other people were replying that it's still it's not fair and it's price gouging. But no one was like saying that the government should be helping them. So it's like totally missing the mark on.
Yeah, the argument.
But I think definitely over the last like 10 years probably, people have been losing kind of the mark on what the government should be doing for us. And I think most people just don't understand what the government's job is anymore. It's gotten so gray and misconstrued.
That's true. Yeah, but also, I don't know. The government is pretty messed up in helping its own citizens too, especially
Oh,
right
for
now.
sure, for sure.
But
I think there's a lot of issues everywhere.
yeah,
I think some of it does come down to people not having a participation in government class in school and not paying attention in social studies and those classes that actually teach you how society should and should
function.
not function.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
unfortunate.
Downfalls of societies.
Yep.
The Roman Empire.
I was about to say people should take 15 minutes
greatest
to 6
empire.
hours and study up on some Roman history. Especially if you live in the US where there's a lot of fucking parallels.
The greatest civilizations of all time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Lots of fun.
Sorry, is my patriotism showing? The very little that I have.
For Rome.
For the bros.
The pros. Oh man, ridiculous. Yeah, I guess shitty segue, but so we put out our episode. I guess technically it was yesterday at the time of this recording. Was a pre-recording from a month ago, and we were talking about Lincoln Park, and there was some other conversations in that episode that I had to cut out, but there's a whole conversation about Elon Musk. But I got a lot of comments and like people text me. They're like, "Why does the audio sound all fucky again? And why did James freeze for 5 minutes?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that was before I figured out how to do this thing, and before we got the other software, the video thing going." So, yeah, we're back on the good recording system that works to the best we can get it to work.
Hey, I live in the woods. My internet is at best.
Yep.
Connectivity wise, so
So
do what we can.
So we weren't able to record that week, so that's why we put out an old one. Technically, I still have another old episode too that I could do that again with. So
Not bad.
If there's ever a
One in the
problem,
bank. Yeah.
Yeah. So fun stuff. I have to go to Nashville next week.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's a fun place if you get time to do things for yourself while you're there.
What? That sounds like you don't have time to do things for yourself.
We might be able to go to like dinner or something, but we're there for a wedding, so we're kind of and we're both in the wedding party, so our schedule's kind of not
you got
up to
stuff
us.
to do. Yeah. Did you get like an extra day after the wedding?
Like a half day.
Not bad.
We fly back on Saturday, like afternoon.
Gotcha.
We also have Wednesday night.
And Wednesday night, I was just told by the disembodied voice 15 feet from me.
And Thursday.
and Thursday. Okay, so I guess we have more time than I assumed we had. I was
Oh, you're cool. There you go.
time isn't real.
I mean, it's not. But let's not make this a conspiracy podcast.
Oh man. So we'll be doing that. Should be good, I guess. But that's kind of what got me thinking about the plane ticket thing, because we bought those tickets 3 weeks ago, and 2 tickets there and back was like $800 each, $700 each. So we paid like $1,400 after taxes for 2 tickets. So like, if you're telling me that you went on to get a flight out within 24 hours and it was $1,500, that sounds accurate. That sounds pretty like what it would be if you needed a flight in 24 hours.
Yeah. I would buy it.
If anything, that sounds cheap.
Yeah, for like quick especially like actually finding a plane ticket in 24 hours.
Yeah.
But I guess if they're sending all these extra resources, then
yeah,
availability is different. But yeah, that
right.
sounds.
And there's a lot of people in my esports sphere that are from Florida, and a lot of them were like, "Oh, it's not going to be that bad. They didn't tell us to evacuate yet, so we're not going to." So a lot of those people are just stuck there now because they can't, because the people that evacuated early are in traffic still and have no gas because all the gas stations are out of gas. So
Right. Damn.
it's just very bad lack of planning from an entire state of people.
I mean, I don't know, but doesn't Florida get hit by hurricanes like every year?
True,
This
but this is a Cat 5, and there's only ever been 3 other Cat 5s to mainland hit as a Cat 5.
Okay, so there's not much experience with this level. Okay.
Well, there is some pretty. I mean, Katrina and Sandy were both Cat 5s, and those are both. We know how those went. We're old enough. No. Okay.
Hey.
We what?
We just didn't figure it out yet.
Yeah. I guess.
The next one will have it down pat, don't worry.
Oh yeah. I doubt it. I saw a video of a guy, he bought a new Corvette, and they're in Tampa, which is the side that's gonna get obliterated. And they decided to leave it in the garage and wrap it with plastic so it doesn't get scratched or damaged.
Right.
But the storm surge in Tampa is supposed to be like 15 to 20 feet, which means the whole house is going to be covered in water. So I don't think a little bit of bubble wrap's going to save that Corvette.
I don't think so. It might make it float.
Well, that was the joke some people were making.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see videos of a floating Corvette wrapped in bubble wrap. One of the other ones I saw was, "Oh, you gift wrapped that present for Milton."
Nice.
So fucked. Oh man. But yeah, they also, some of that area got smacked by Helen too. So there's like destroyed furniture already out on the streets. So they were talking about that being like projectiles and just adding to the damage that's probably going to happen. So
that sounds like you got to talk to like the Midwest with tornadoes about flying debris.
My wife was getting weird with me last night because I learned last night that really bad hurricanes like exponentially increase the chance of a tornado happening within like hundreds of miles of that hurricane.
Hey, isn't a hurricane just like I don't know, huge tornado.
Kind of.
It's just like, I don't even know how big they are. What, 100 miles wide,
Big old fat one. Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Like
I
a
know that
tornado is more direct.
it's
It's still spinning. Like a hurricane is a spinning storm, right?
temperature and pressure zones. So I think they're both like either a high pressure or low pressure storm. One's just
Yeah,
cold air, one's hot air. Something like that. I don't know.
interesting.
I got a 99 in geography, but no, not
Yeah,
geography. That doesn't make any
geography.
sense.
Yeah,
What was the
you took a
science class?
it's geology, but
Geology. Yeah, I got a 99 in that, but I didn't
well, actually, not even
pay attention.
geology is like rocks and earth and minerals. It would be meteorology, weather.
Weather? Yeah, but not in
I
school.
never like
Not
it
in
would be
grade school.
like earth science.
Earth science. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. This was over a decade ago. My memory's not that great.
yeah, same.
No bueno.
I remember learning about clouds in third grade, cumulus nimbus.
Yeah.
Kind of all I remember actually.
I was gonna say I
And
don't think I remember any other
stratus,
clouds.
stratus is a type of cloud,
It's also a
and
sphere.
there's a one that starts with an H.
Homunculus.
Cumulonimbus. Did I say that one?
You
What was
said
the first
that.
one?
You said
Yeah, that was the first one I said, right?
that. Yeah. Types of clouds. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. There's a lot. 10 basic
There's
clouds.
nah. There's three main groups.
Cirrocumulus, cirrostratus, altocumulus, altostratus, nimbostratus, cumulonimbus, stratocumulus. They're all
Yeah,
the
see
same.
it's like stratus, nimbus, and something else that are like the categories.
Uh, yeah. Alto,
Element.
altostratus, and cirro. The core four. Let's go to that. Cirro, cumulo, strato, nimbo.
Yeah.
Nimbo.
Nimbo. Nimbo is a cool word. What's your favorite word?
My favorite word?
Yeah.
Uh,
Someone asked me to set a bar, and I was never able to answer it because I don't know. I don't know what my favorite word is.
that's a really tough on the spot question.
Right?
There's a lot of
Yeah.
words.
Yeah. A lot. And I don't know, like, do you pick a favorite word based on its meaning or based on its pronunciation?
Hmm.
Based on how it looks?
Hmm. I think mine changes. And I think it changes based on my age. Like every couple years how I greet people changes.
Yeah.
Like I've been stuck on howdy for the last 2 years. 4?
Probably since I've known you.
Jesus. So yeah, I've been on the howdy train. So that's a fun one for me. Howdy.
Howdy.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a few that I kind of just like always go back to. I
Yeah.
don't know. I guess I do that too, go through like phases, but I'll go through like the same couple. You know, I haven't used Howdly Doodly Neighbor in a
Mm.
while. That's a
Mm.
good one.
That is a good one. Howdly doodly neighbor. Yeah. Words are weird.
Words are real weird.
They're not that weird. Um
It's not that weird.
Oh man. You said Howdly Doodly Neighbor. That reminds me that another season of The Simpsons started, which is nuts. But they had a fake
Colin.
final episode. Like, they had a fake show finale. The season premiere was their attempt at. They decided they wanted to, like, pretend that it was a like, show finale. So what they did was they just, like, made fun of every other finale of every other show that's ever existed. Like, they just did a bunch of,
nice.
like, not little cuts, but you know how The Simpsons is. Like, almost every part of the storyline is, like, part
Another
of a finale
show's
from
ending.
another show. Yeah.
That's funny.
So,
Huh.
and that was their season premiere, so.
Oh, nice.
So there was a lot of clickbait of The Simpsons season or show finale and all that shit.
What the fuck? I'm back. See ya.